In this video, we will discuss surface labels. If you'd like to follow along with this video, please open the file surfacelabels.dwg located in the training folder as discussed in the Working with this dataset video. Civil 3D provides dynamic labeling functionality. What this means is that any labels you add to Civil 3D that are associated with a Civil 3D object will update automatically. Let's look at this functionality as it relates to surfaces. If you wanted to start labeling functionality, it is available in the Annotate tab, Labels and Tables panel. However, it's a little easier if you select the surface you want to label, and then in the Labels and Tables panel, you choose it from here. Note that if you pick the Add Labels dropdown, the default commands are listed here. However, if you select the command right here, instead of choosing Add Surface Labels, it will use the default style defined by the command settings, not allowing you to change what labels get used. It's recommended you choose the Add Surface Labels option instead. Let's look at the different label types: slope labels, spot elevation labels, and contour labels. These are the styles as per the category that we have selected, and we'll just pick on %. Go ahead and click Add, and notice how you have two types of labels. You can have 1-point or 2-point slope labels. Let's just choose 1-point for a second and see what happens. When you choose 1-point labels, what Civil 3D does is it drapes the label onto the triangle face and shows the exact slope as it is on that triangle face. Press Escape. And let's go ahead and choose Slope Label again and click Add. Pick our surface and let's choose 2-point. Now with the 2-point label, what it does instead is it takes the actual points and where they fall on the surface and defines the labels from those 2 points, ignoring what's going on in between. Press Escape, and what's great about these labels, they will dynamically update when you grip edit them or if you simply move them around the surface. You can also copy them. So if I use the standard AutoCAD copy command and copy them around the surface, you'll notice it's dynamically updating the label as it appears on the surface. Really cool. Let's look at elevation labels. We'll do a spot elevation label. Notice how you have the option to choose a label style as well as a marker style if you want to. Let's choose Basic X. We'll keep elevation only and click Add. Select the surface, pick a point, similar functionality as with the slope labels. If you move it along the surface, it updates automatically, as well as if you copy the label, it'll update automatically as well. Lastly, let's look at contour labels. Let's first do a contour single to get an idea of what's going on with contour labels. These are the styles that you can choose from for major and minor contours. We'll click Add and go ahead and select our surface. What you're doing is simply clicking on a contour line to automatically add the contour label. Now let's press Escape and let's see what's really going on. Civil 3D creates something called a contour label line. This contour label line is a dynamic label that when stretched across any contour, notice how it will update automatically and show you the contours that appear across that contour label line. If you want to edit any of the properties defined by this contour label line, let's say for instance, we don't want the minor labels here, we'll go ahead and go to the Properties palette, and you can go ahead and toggle these off and on as you need to basically get whatever contour labels you need. Pretty cool. You can even copy these as well. Now, if you want to do this in one full sweep, what you can choose is the Contour Multiple at Interval label type. And let's go ahead and click Add here, and then we'll go ahead and pick our surface. And what you're going to do is simply define a starting line to start from, and then the intervals along the contour that you want to be displayed. We'll go with 100, press Enter, and every 100 units, a contour label line will be placed along those contours, as you can see here. Let's say we made a mistake here, and we want to get rid of the minor contours being labeled. Here's how you do it. Select one contour label line, right-click and choose Select Similar, and then navigate to the Properties palette, and simply change your value to false, and automatically when you press Escape here, it'll update the contours. Note the contour label line does go on a layer, and you can simply set that layer to be a no plot layer.